Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
We are live here on the Ticket Water Cooler, back and better than ever. At least we think so. And we're in a very giving mood, at least today. So here in the next couple minutes, we're going to give away some WWE tickets as Friday Night Smackdown comes to Lincoln, Nebraska. No, just Smackdown. Smackdown. If you were a wrestler, Rico, would you like to be one of the guys that takes it off the top rope, or you just rather be like a manager or something?
No, I'm a top rope guy.
Yeah.
We're high flying, baby.
Yeah. Could you ever do flips?
No, but I'd figure it out.
You'd figure it out, yeah. With the springboard.
I'd figure it out with a lot of bounce.
Yeah.
So I think I could figure it out.
You ever been to a wrestling, professional wrestling?
Yes, I've been to non-professional wrestling matches.
Have you to amateur?
The amateur the guys that want to make it.
Have you really?
I have. I've been to like 3 of those.
How many people are in the building for those?
It's actually a decent amount of people.
Yeah.
It's not over 500.
Yeah.
It's probably not over 200. But it's a decent amount of people. You'd be surprised, but it's very loud.
Where did you see
not
at?
the fans, but like the ring is like very loud.
Oh yeah. The ring's even loud if you're close in the WWE. Yeah, ringside.
I'm just like, it just doesn't look sturdy.
Yeah. Where did you see those? Out in Lincoln or in Kearney?
Yeah, it was in Omaha.
In Omaha.
Yeah, it was in Omaha. Yeah. I saw like 3 of them, and I'm just like, this is weird.
Yeah, I was watching like an old I don't know, autobiography or something. It was like Jake the Snake Roberts, and he was like touring. It was like post his WWE career, or WCW, whatever he was in, and he was like touring, and he just happened to be in like out in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, doing a show. I was like, yes, well represented.
Perfect, love it. I'm here for this.
That's what we like to see. So we will give away tickets, 2 tickets to Friday Night SmackDown. Make sure you are able to go if you're going to be taking in part of this. Here, I think it's 6:45 is when it starts. Of course, the show starts at 7. I think they have a match that won't be on TV. So just for you guys here in Lincoln. And the updated card includes SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens, undisputed WWE Tag Teams champions. Those guys, the Usos, Braun Strowman, the Brawling Brutes, Solo Sikoa, and many more. Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son, will be there, along with the Judgment Day's Damian Priest to take on the OC's Luke Gallows and Carlo Anderson. So lots of great matches and a lot of fun if you've never been to one. You might have to be a little bit of a WWE wrestling fan to get this, but they're also, at least they hinted at this. It's not on this updated card, but there might be a surprise return. And I don't know how much of a surprise it will be because they announced that it was going to happen on Raw. But I don't know. It's not on this updated card, so it may or may not be there. But
so maybe it is, maybe it's not. I guess we'll find out.
Maybe you're hearing this from me. I have an exclusive here.
Don't do it.
But I believe that this man will also be there. We're going to play his entrance music, and he's got a kind of a hard name to spell. So if you can't spell this right, that's okay. Just type it in and text it in. But the first person to text in whose theme song this is.
Let's see if I know who it is. I'm not going to say it out loud, obviously, but.
We'll get the 2 tickets, and then we'll just need you to email your email, or you just have to text your email address so we can send you the tickets. But okay, here is the theme song. This is one of my favorite parts about professional wrestling, of course, is the theme song. You always kind of think, whether it's baseball or professional wrestling, what would be your walk-up song? I think this guy has a pretty good one. So here's the music, and as soon as you know it, text it in. Again, tough name to spell. Just give it your best shot. If it looks like that, if you know what you're talking about, you'll be the winner if you are the first. Starter name and text line 402-464-5685. Okay, here's the theme song.
I have no idea
You
who
have
this
no
is.
idea.
I have no idea who this is.
There it is.
Chase B.
Chase B has already got it. It is Shinsuke Nakamura, who I think is set to return. He might be here in Lincoln. He might not. It may be supposed to be a surprise, but you might hear this theme song. Chase, that you have.
Well, now everybody knows.
Now everybody knows
Because everybody's listening to the water cooler.
Yeah.
As you should be.
Well, absolutely. It's so that will be.
I love how people said the Iron Sheik, Sheamus, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Macho Man. He is passed away.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
I do appreciate Dude Love they threw out there.
Dude Love. That's great. Okay, Tyler. That's no.
No. I guess Eddie Guerrero.
Come on,
they
Tyler.
passed
What are you
away.
doing?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to
Just
say the
making
first
jokes.
name you put.
No, that's it's like a curse word in
Yeah,
wrestling.
that's
to bring
just
that
a,
guy
yeah,
up.
you just don't say that name anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about it. But Shinsuke Nakamura, maybe or maybe not, will make his return in Lincoln. He hasn't been wrestling on WWE for a while. I think he's done some stuff over in Japan and stuff, so they allowed him some to be able to do that. But he might be there, he might not. He's not on the card. Maybe it's supposed to be a surprise. May have spoiled it. But Chase B, you are the winner. Please go ahead and send in your email on I think he already did. He's ready for it. You are
Look at
going
that.
to
He knew.
SmackDown.
He knew he was right.
Tom Petty Sucks, by the way, says Rico Mysterio Jr. Yeah, maybe that would be your name. Maybe you could be the new son of Rey Mysterio.
I could do that. I could do that. Totally. That would totally fly. No, it wouldn't. I would love
you
to.
would fly.
Rey Mysterio was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, he's still wrestling actually.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
He's like, what they say, 5'1", 115 or something like that. I'm like, he's tiny.
I don't know.
He's a tiny little baby boy.
They just put him in the Hall of Fame and then he fought his son. That's how wrestling goes.
Yeah. Well, remember he fought. What was it? The paternity match. It was like him and Eddie
Yeah,
Guerrero
that's right.
fought for like
To be his
to
father.
be his dad.
What, to get the paternity
They're
results
like,
or
they're like,
something? I
it's
don't
Eddie's
know.
son, and then Ray was just like, it's actually my son, and they're like, the
Yeah.
things that they did on WWE back in the day, like, great.
Yes.
The buried alive match, they're like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
Undertaker's dead, and then the
Yeah.
next week they're like, hey, he's back,
Yeah, they just show him up on the big screen with his hand coming out of the dirt or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
and then they're just like, all right, if you lose this, you're fired. It's like, wait, what? You're like, yep, you're done.
Well, it's kind of funny too because wrestling fans will reminisce on the great times while not acknowledging the fact that they have some absolute terrible stuff that they've tried over the years that just would look awful if you look back at it today. But maybe they've learned.
Remember, and this was like early 2000s, and this was for all of the young boys watching when they did the bra and panties matches.
Yeah, you can't do broad panties.
Can't do that
matches
anymore.
no.
Or when Lita and Edge in the ring.
Yes, they
Yep,
had a bed.
that was also a
They
thing
had
that happened.
covers.
Yep.
They
Shout
went-
out to
they went under there.
Shout out to 2000s WWE.
Yeah, and they also had if you don't know, and Tyler says bring back Stacy Keebler. She was one of the favorites, I guess. As opposed to
whenever
the
I
broad panty
see
matches.
a Stratus, like the car, the Strat, I always think
yeah.
Trish Stratus.
Oh yeah,
Just immediately Trish Stratus.
she's back wrestling too.
Is she?
They bring some of the older ones
Oh
back.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
so it's you got to stay in good shape if you want to do that.
I think China was the first buff woman where I was like,
Oh,
yes.
she could be. She like legitimately beat up men, and I know it's
Yeah.
not. I know legitimately, whatever, but believably is what I
Yeah.
say. I think that's important in wrestling is at least make it look believable.
She was the first one with muscles that I saw, and I was just like, I think I'm attracted to her.
I want her to choke. Somebody.
I was just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we could do that. So thanks for those that don't like professional wrestling. I know there's a lot of people too that hate to talk about it, but you know what? It's just fun, and so we'll
It's
have some
real to
fun here.
me.
Yeah, whether it's real or not. I like fantasy booking. I love the WWE.
Well, the thing is, it is
and
like
it's a hobby.
it's real, it's scripted, but it's
Yeah.
real. Like you can't fake slam somebody into him. You can't fake, doing a backflip and landing on somebody or dropping an elbow into somebody's stomach or slapping somebody on the chest. Like you can't fake that. There are some things you can, like the punches and some of the kicks. You pull back a little bit. The chairs, they put their hands up sometimes, but
Oh, yeah.
sometimes they do get
Yeah,
hit in the
either
head.
way, a chair to the head is going to be a chair to the head. I think.
Yeah, like look, some of it is fake, but a lot of it you can't fake it. It's scripted, and they know who's going to win and who's going to lose and whatever. But some of that stuff is real. You're not gonna suplex somebody off a top rope and fake it. That's how do you do that?
Well, and it's fun too because I think that's part of why I like fantasy booking and kind of looking into how they do it because they do. I mean, obviously have real life injuries And then, if you're in the middle of a feud or whatever, and then that guy's injured for 3 months, you got to turn it and make it, make it some way still interesting. So that'll be a lot of fun. What I really like is a heel turn. Last time I went SmackDown, last time I was in Lincoln, who is it? Now I got to look. It was up here. Oh, Kevin Owens, actually, who's now part of the tag team championships, turned on the New Day. So I was like, hopefully we get a good heel turn. Supposed to be a good guy, and then
That's
he turns
always
on his teammates.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Those are always good.
I watched a video today when Hulk Hogan turned heel.
Oh, yes.
And some dude ran into the ring and just got stomped out by Kevin Nash and somebody else. And I'm just like, dude, Kevin Nash was a massive human being.
Yes.
Like, he was huge.
And he played Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Did?
Some people don't know. Yeah,
I did not know that.
The mask.
Huh.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't his voice, was it?
I don't think so.
No,
I think it was just the guy.
Somebody else's voice. But no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's huge.
He is, yeah. And that's the other thing. I don't know if Omos is going to be there. Last time we went to Raw, and so I went with Eric Strickland. We all kind of had our own groups and we kind of sat somewhere. But Omos came out, and Omos is the new huge guy, right? He's 7'4" and he's giant.
Goodness gracious.
He's a giant.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of interesting sitting next to Strickland. I was just kind of trying to pick his brain, like, would he be good at basketball? Like, how does he compare to Yao Ming? Because Strick's seen the biggest of the big guys that you'll see usually in the NBA or in the WWE.
Like, Shaq could have been a WWE wrestler.
Oh yeah, he's had some appearances.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Gronk. I think Gronk is retiring from WWE.
He tried, and he was the guy that's like, okay, perfect, because he's a good, you would figure it'd be a good promo. He's athletic. It just didn't work for some reason. It just kind of felt cheesy when he was doing it.
Yeah, it's just going from football to that, being like a star, and not going from football to wrestling, because a lot of people do that, but going from being a star football player, multiple time Super Bowl champion, everybody knows who you are, to then wrestling, it just doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't think it works out that well.
Logan Paul has made the transition really well. He's actually a really good wrestler.
Very athletic.
Yeah,
so that actually works.
Yeah.
Speaking of Logan Paul, his brother Jake is going to fight a UFC fighter. Who was it? I can't remember. Kenny will I just tweeted at me. He tweeted a picture of China. Said, "This ain't what you want, Rico." Saw her walking in Bally's in St. Louis, throw 225 pounds on the incline as a warm-up.
Oh my goodness.
That is exactly what I wanted.
I tried to max out at 200 once and I didn't get it done. She could just do it routinely.
I saw it and it was just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why, but yes.
Well, the women's champion Rhea Ripley will be there, and she's kind of similar. I mean, she looks like she could take you down. So maybe watch out for
some. It happens.
Don't
it's
get
fine.
Some fights out there.
It's fine. Whatever happens.
So I'm into it. Don't worry about it.
Whatever. I'll be fine. My safe word is pineapples.
Big Bird off the text line brings up one of my favorite matches of all time. Talks about Karl Malone, the mailman, and Dennis Rodman stepped into the ring. Dennis Rodman did so. I believe if you remember, if you watched the Last Dance, they kind of had their little deal on that where he left. I can't remember if it was the finals, but I think it was close to the playoffs or something like that. He left for a few days from the Bulls and didn't play in some games just so he could go wrestle.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Actually, I do remember that. Yeah. Well, I don't remember that, but I remember watching that in The Last Dance when they were talking about that. Just the same as when he went a week to Las Vegas. It's just then he came back and they're like, "Oh, we got to get him back in shape," and he was fine. He just needed a week off.
Yeah, and he probably didn't sleep that whole week.
Even though he was only supposed to get 2 days, a weekend.
Yeah,
and he took the entire week.
The Worm, what a rebounder he was.
Just crazy. Ting, and it goes this way, and it goes this way.
That was fun though, because at that time when I was at the age where I didn't know that professional wrestling was scripted. So when I saw Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman jump in the ring, and I was a huge NBA fan. Obviously, with the finals, those teams were playing each other back-to-back years. I was just, I didn't understand exactly what was going on, but I thought that they were actually, going to blows because of the finals, maybe.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh my goodness,
Jeff Hornacek could pop out at any moment.
Get him,
and they need to help. No, it didn't happen. I don't even remember who won the match, but they teamed up with Hulk Hogan and somebody else.
Yeah,
Diamond Dallas.
He was part of NWO, wasn't he?
I think he might.
I think he joined NWO.
He was an honorary member of NWO.
He had the shirt and everything.
Yeah. I want to see. Hopefully, they also bring in a celebrity. Once in a while, they'll bring in celebrities. Bad Bunny's been been part of what they've been doing lately. But Donald Trump, your former president, was even a WWE Hall of Famer.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's weird.
He had a match where like I can't remember, Bobby Lashley and somebody else were fighting, and the winner, either Vince McMahon or Donald Trump had to shave their head if their guy lost. And of course, Donald Trump didn't want to shave his head, so they made the other guy lose. And
obviously,
Vince
won.
McMahon shaved his head.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah,
always does.
And now he has a mustache. If you haven't seen Vince McMahon lately, he's obviously a lot older. He's dyed his hair black,
Still
and he has a mustache, and he's still jacked. So it's quite interesting.
He looks like a Latino drug dealer.
He does,
from a movie.
And he just sold the WWE. Like now he went from like majority owner to 49% or something. Like I don't know. You have to look up if you want to know exactly. But basically, he paid $1 million for his dad, and I don't know how that works. Either way, he paid $1 million for the WWE, and now it's worth like $1 billion or something. So it's good work.
Did pretty good for himself.
Good deal for him.
Also, I found it. Jake Paul's gonna box Nate Diaz.
Is he gonna box Nate Diaz?
He's gonna box Nate Diaz August 5th.
That's entertaining.
He keeps, and I get it because he's not gonna go to in a UFC ring with somebody because he'll get his head kicked in. But he keeps boxing UFC fighters who aren't really strikers. Although Nate Diaz, I think he's a striker. He's not really a submission guy. He's a striker. He's going to want to Stockton slap him, but he can't because he has boxing gloves on. But I really want to see him slap him.
He's taken over as like the celebrity boxer, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not, I don't know how you officially become a boxer, but
I don't either.
For some, I mean, he's more so than anybody else doing a lot of those.
He's not going to box a real boxer because if he does, I think he's going to lose. Like he's not bad, but he's not a professional boxer.
And the Paul brothers are just famous for being YouTube guys. What did they start?
Then they just
doing?
Transition to this.
Yeah. Now they're just celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to like them, but they did a great job. They did a great job marketing themselves.
Do you follow anybody just kind of on YouTube, like influencers?
Dr. Lupo. He plays video games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's from he lives in Boys Town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, lives in Omaha.
Nice.
So there's that. I think that might be the only one.
Yeah, on Twitch.
He streams on YouTube now. He went from Twitch to YouTube. So that's probably like the only like YouTube person that influencer that I pay attention to. I'm not a big influencer guy.
I think you have to be younger to really like know the influencers and like the influencers.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I hear the names all the time, but I don't know.
Yeah. And I don't really get it. I think they're just normal people, but they get a lot of followers. So and like we said, the Pauls have shown enough athleticism. They're pretty good athletes.
Yeah.
Or / boxers.
Whatever they are.
Yeah, whatever they are. All right, let's take a break here. We haven't said anything about Husker football. We better do that. People
That's
like
fine. Hey,
football.
SmackDown is in town.
Smack it down.
We gave away some tickets. We talked about a little bit of wrestling. People were in. People were texting in about it.
Yeah.
Tom Petty Sex says, "I'm 33 years old. I know about your guilty pleasure with China."
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, the younger kids, they like the WWE.
You guys don't understand. You guys never saw anybody like her.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, before we get Rico in trouble with his marriage, we better shift and talk some Husker football.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
do
talk
that.
football.
Yeah, let's do that. Coming up next year on the Ticket Water Cooler, 93.7 The Ticket.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. But now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction material. They sell in bulk to save you money, buying anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. They deliver anywhere, and if you mention you heard this ad on 93.7 The Ticket, they'll deliver in town for free through the month of April, with some restrictions applying. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Spring is in the air. Everyone knows this is the best time of the year to buy and sell a home. Johanna Rhodes with RE/MAX Concepts Real Estate is your go-to agent for help with one of life's big decisions. Come see Johanna at the Lincoln Earth Day celebration Saturday, April 15th at UNL's Innovation Campus. Green vehicles, local foods, live music, and family-friendly activities from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Learn more at lincolnearthday.org.
It's April, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No tagline, it's quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Welcome back, Husker fans. Eustace Body Shop is happy to welcome the best fans in college football back to Lincoln. With gold class certified service, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop can call the right plays to keep you in the game. Whether it's in Lincoln at 88th and Highway 2 or at any of our other 5 locations across Nebraska, Eustace Body Shop can help get you back on the road. Go Big Red.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Should the Big Ten send an invite to the Omaha Mavs?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
The answer is yes.
They might start thinking about it. The Omaha Mavs baseball team again beat Nebraska baseball yesterday. Nebraska did erase a 5-run deficit to make a little bit of a game, but they did fall in extra innings 6-5. Huskers dropped to 18-11-1, 4-2 in conference play, but unfortunately 0-2 against the almighty Mavs. They'll have one more shot April 25th. But they're going to have to travel to Omaha to get the victory. But they lost the season series. I don't know how I feel about
The Mavs were 500 against Big Ten teams last year.
Were they?
They were.
They maybe should be in the Big Ten.
I remember they deleted the tweet, but I screenshotted it. So let me see if I can find it on my phone really fast because it was after Nebraska didn't make the Big Ten tournament in Omaha.
Yeah.
The Mavs tweeted something out about how they were 500 in the Big Ten, and if the Big Ten wanted a team from the state to be a representative, it was up for a couple minutes, and then they deleted it. But I was like, no, I got this. So I'm going to see if I can find it really fast. You keep talking.
Yeah,
so that I can read exactly what it said.
Well, of course, it's just interesting. You think if this would happen in college basketball, and you'd be really worried. And baseball's, obviously a little bit different. A long season, if you don't have your pitchers going, we're talking with Chris Raff earlier, saying, well, they don't ever face the weekend pitchers for Nebraska, and that's true. So I mean, there is that, but it's just it continues a very strange season for Nebraska baseball, and obviously the Big Ten in general has their own problems as far as reputation within college baseball, and I don't think games like this necessarily help, but because Nebraska has done well in they're both their season series in the Big Ten, they've won both of them, and they'll get back to going at that again soon, but it feels weird, and I'll have to look. I didn't see if the Mavs have played Creighton or see if the championship's on the line, but it seems like Nebraska's out of the running for the state title this year. But it's and that's not going to be great for their postseason resume or whatever. But that victory over Vanderbilt carries, so hopefully
that helps. That should help.
That
but
just
you never really know.
Yeah.
And I was going through my screenshots and it wasn't there, so now I have to scroll through all my photos. It's going to be very sad, but I will find it and I will read it and we will all laugh.
Yes,
because it was funny. Oh, found it.
There it is.
Okay. Does our 500-5-5 record in Big Ten baseball get us in the conference tournament in Omaha? Some friends with businesses downtown would like a local qualifier. It was after they beat.
That is a shot at Nebraska.
Yeah, it was after they beat Minnesota, and they were 24-26 on the season. Minnesota 15-34, but they were 5-5 against Big Ten teams.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how good
they deleted it.
Year.
But I had it.
Was that the case of maybe a student running the Twitter?
I think they did it, and then maybe some like higher ups were like, "It was funny, like when we first thought about it, but maybe we should."
You said it was up there for 3 minutes.
I don't know how long. It was a couple minutes.
That's all. Yeah.
And then it was just like, "Yeah, no, we're not gonna."
I've sent out tweets before. It's like, no. I mean, it's out there. Somebody saw it, but I don't want too many people to see it.
It's just like it's one of those things where you delete it and you're like, man, I really hope nobody got a screenshot of that.
But we did, and now we're bringing it up months and months later. So take that, Mavs. Even
so
though
good at what I
do. Chase wondering when he'll get his tickets in the email. Well, Rico's going to take charge of that, and he's busy right now.
Yeah,
he's doing the show.
Well, actually, Jake is.
Oh,
so,
Jake is. Okay. So we don't know.
We will run it by Jake and find out.
Yeah, we'll let you know. Thanks again for playing. In Husker news, I think it's important to bring up a few different things. One, Ashton Murphy, welcome to the Husker team. Not officially, but he's committed to Nebraska. Of course, you got to wait till he signs on the dotted lines, but you always feel good about in-state kids. And he's from Elkhorn South, 6'4", 6'5", 240. If they want him on the offensive line, might gonna have to bulk him up a little bit. 6'5", 240, I should say. And
offensive and defensive line.
Yeah.
For Elkhorn South, runs a 4.85 in the 40.
There you go.
So there you go. That's really all we have on him.
Well, and it's their third commitment overall for this class, first in-state commitment. So good job, and just shout out to Ashton Murphy. It's a big day for anybody to commit to Nebraska, especially an in-state kid. That is awesome news.
What would he have been, a freshman when Prohaska was a senior?
Oh, yeah, I don't even know.
Maybe a sophomore.
Hard to put that together.
This is Prohaska's, what, third year? then this guy will be graduating this year. So maybe he was a sophomore when he was a senior. I don't know, something along those lines. No, it was freshman when he was a senior.
He is a 3-star according to 24/7 Sports, the 33rd ranked offensive tackle in the nation, and actually the 6th ranked player in Nebraska. Behind a few guys we can run through here and think about Nebraska's chances with. Carter Nelson is number 1, obviously. He's been taking visits to Alabama, Georgia, the who's who of college football. He's a top 125 kid. He'll be tough to get one way or the other. Davon Hall.
Iffy.
Yeah,
I don't feel great about Davon Hall.
Davon Hall right now, 24/7, has a crystal ball of 50-50 going Nebraska, 50-50 going Penn State. He's the number 2 kid in Nebraska. I don't want to call him kids anymore. Sorry. Number 2 guy. Yeah. Guys.
The guys.
Even though if they're in high school, can we call them kids? College is when you're a man.
I mean, kind of. Yeah. But yeah, I guess. They're still kids in high school. High school kids.
Yeah, high school kids that could beat most adults up. Number 3 on the list. Daniel Kalen, of course, has committed to Missouri. Number 4, Isaiah McMorris, who looks like, at least this way, 24/7 has a lean for Oklahoma. And number 5 is Caleb Benning.
Isaiah McMorris, fresh off of a USC visit.
Yeah.
Didn't come to the junior day at Nebraska because he went to a 7-on-7 camp. We heard all that from Brian Munson. Not the greatest feeling with McMorris in Nebraska.
It's kind of strange
going to Nebraska.
The Bellevue West got the group as a whole. It would be crazy if the Bellevue West has 3-4 guys and Nebraska can't get any of them.
This is not a speculation. This is just something that I noticed. When Nebraska wasn't in the Dylan Raiola sweepstakes, and it was Daniel Kalen was probably going to be the quarterback that they were going for, or the quarterback that they were going to target them the most heavily, there was a lot of confidence in Davon Hall and Isaiah McMorris also coming to Nebraska. Once they got back into the Dylan Raiola sweepstakes, and Daniel Kalen committed to Missouri, or even before then, things seemed to, I don't know about cool down, but quiet down around Davon Hall and Isaiah McMorris and Nebraska. I'm not saying there's a connection, but it did seem to me that those may have been related. May have.
Yeah. I mean, and you can see it. Obviously, guys want to go, with their high school teammates, or at least that could be a strong pull. That's why a lot of people, we talked about Dylan Raiola and missing the spring game. That's why it's a big deal. People wanted to see him, wanted to see how serious it was, and that might change your mind on where you're going to go. All of this is at least should be noted. There's not too many actual guys committed. There's no signings yet. Obviously, you can't sign on the dotted lines. But as far as commitments of these top guys, we can say, I don't know if they're going to Nebraska, but only Daniel Kalen has committed to Missouri of that top group. Like we said, Ashton Murphy, who's ranked 6th there, has committed to Nebraska now. A little bit down the line, Eric Ingwerson, who's the number 11 out of Pavilion, has committed to Pitt. So you've already got a few different guys, and it's just nice to see this list extend to 16 guys, because when I first started watching, looking at recruiting, Nebraska would have 5, and sometimes the 5th guy would sign at Kearney. So nothing against Kearney, by the way. But my point is that the Power 5 offers are rolling in, and the state of Nebraska seems to be getting better at producing D1 talent. Now, whether Nebraska can keep those guys, especially the connection to Omaha, we will see. Remains to be seen. It will be interesting.
That's one that you got to build. You gotta get that connection to Omaha back. I don't know exactly where it went wrong, but it has fizzled out. And I know that this coaching staff and the interim coaching staff were trying to make inroads there. But it's been such a long time that relations with the University of Nebraska and Omaha have not been great, where it almost seems like it's ingrained in the Omaha high school scene, like, at least for football, where it's like, if Nebraska offers you, that's cool, but probably not going to go there.
Yeah. Of course, that's also been a problem in the basketball realm for Nebraska, but maybe can patch that up a little bit. We will see. I mentioned Donovan Raiola not going to be at the spring game. Hunter Salas should be. I mean, he should be at the spring game. He's set to visit, of course, the Gonzaga transfer, of course, from Omaha, April 21st to April 23rd. Will be on his visit in Nebraska. Should be at the spring game. A couple other guys to look out for. I think maybe I would say the top 3 targets have visits, at least guys I feel potentially pretty good about Nebraska standings with. Cal State Fullerton's Latrell Wrightsell Jr. Will be visiting this Friday. He's also got visits lined up with Alabama and Minnesota, but at least Nebraska's in the running there.
Necessary to get Latrell in a Nebraska jersey.
Oh, yeah.
That is my thought process.
Yeah. And Hunter Sallis. I mean, you talk about fixing that Omaha connection for Nebraska basketball.
Like getting both of them would be amazing. But if I could only choose one, and I know people might not agree with this, I'm choosing Latrell.
Wow.
I don't know. Just my thoughts.
Yeah, certainly at this point, more of a scorer than Hunter Sallis. Kind of depends on what you're looking for. Gonzaga really liked him as a lockdown perimeter defender. Nebraska could use that as well. Pitt's John Hewley, kind of the big man that Nebraska's looking at. It seems like he's the leaderboard on that. April 17th to 19th. So about next week, he will be in town. He's also got a visit lined up for Oklahoma. So just kind of keeping you up to date on Nebraska football commits and Nebraska basketball targets. And we also had a dig at Nebraska baseball, which we're sorry about, but Omaha.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, we just report the news.
It has
we don't
happened.
Make the stories.
It's just happened a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sad stuff.
Maybe try and beat the in-state schools.
Yeah.
Omaha, Creighton. Maybe try it time to time. Just a thought.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about that too. History set to be made or potentially made. We'll start with the history that was made in the NHL. I can't talk too deep about NHL hockey. I'm not going to pretend to, but I did think it's worth a shout out. The Boston Bruins capped off the regular season by topping the Caps and actually set an NHL record with 133 points, breaking the Montreal Canadiens single season record of 132 points set all the way back in 1976 to 1977 season. So some history made there. Boston's 64 regular season wins, also a new NHL record. So basically, for those of us that don't follow the NHL too closely, well, they're the Golden State Warriors from a few years ago, the 73-9 team. Maybe they can finish with
Maybe
the
they
title.
can actually win the title.
Yeah.
So that it actually counts, because 73-9 don't mean a thing without the ring, right? That's what they said?
That's probably what the Cavs said.
Something like that. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You want some more history in a different sport?
Yeah.
In baseball, the Miami Marlins get their first cycle. Luis Arraez hits for the cycle, the first one in Miami Marlins history.
Was that today?
That was yesterday.
He
did it yesterday. He hit started double, triple, home run, his first of the season, and then a single.
I always think with the cycle, you'd want to hit like the triple early, right? You can't be relying on getting it. That's the hardest of all of them.
The triple needs to be hit early, and he hit it in like the perfect spot down the right field line. Took the fielder a little bit to get over there. Actually, no, he started with the double. So it double, triple, home run, single. I think the single is the easiest part of all of it.
Right.
The triple, obviously, the triple and the home run are pretty hard, but I think the triple is the hardest.
Right.
Because you got to make sure you hit it in the perfect spot that you'll be able to get all the way around to third.
Well, it's just numbers. There's more home runs hit than triples.
Yeah.
Triples are hard to do. And also interesting because very rarely you also get the chance for the inside the park home run. It would kind of be interesting if that happened at the same time where a guy needed a triple and then the guy, he's waving him home like, you can make it.
It's like, no. What? Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah.
And we can go to break after this question.
Okay.
If you are a triple shy of the cycle, but you're down by one run and you have a chance for an inside the park home run to tie it, do you take the run or do you take the cycle?
Are there 2 outs?
Yes. Everything is against it. Everything's against it. There's 2 outs. You have a chance for the cycle with a triple, but you're down by one run, and the inside the park home run would tie it.
Are you a team first guy? I think is what we're asking.
I'm taking the triple. 402-464-5685. Let us know.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll have the crossover with Nick Sainert jumping into the studio, getting us ready for happy hour. Coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Ticket Water Cooler.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown comes to Lincoln's Pinnacle Bank Arena, 6:45 this Friday. I am back. You'll see Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, Charlotte Flair,
Sami Zayn, and more. And from Monday Night Raw, the OC Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson face the Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio, and more. Tickets start at $20. Available now at Ticketmaster.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planting season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Mike Shaver here to tell you that Trek CBD has a new name, and it's Hemp Boss. It's the same products you've grown to love, just a new name. Spring sports are on the horizon, and Hemp Boss has a variety of products that help calm me down during games and on the golf course so I don't go over the top. And they have a variety of options for you to calm you down before, during, and after any event. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Hemp Boss has it all at 84th and Andermatt. Hemp Boss, naturally healthy CBD.
For great views, go to Kansas. For unforgettable views of action-packed racing, go to Kansas Speedway. With a premier facility that gives fans what they want, how they want to see it. And with a Saturday doubleheader, a Sunday Cup Series race, and great deals on kids' tickets, the views will get better all weekend long. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 6th and 7th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it is Truck Month at Koppel, and we are pulling out all of the stops for this gigantic event. The lots are starting to fill, and we have some great deals for you waiting in Louisville. Brand new GMC Sierra Light Duty and new Silverado Light Duty trucks. All trim levels have up to $4,000 in discounts. That's right, up to $4,000 off all new light duty trucks right now at Koppel, so do not wait. Now is the time to buy a new truck, so stop on in or visit us online at koppelcars.com. You must have a trade-in and finance with Koppel. All deals with Roof Credit.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Imagine your next staff meeting. Now imagine your next staff meeting with a side of ribs. Your next client presentation? Or that same client presentation with brisket and baked beans. It's better, right? Let Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul take care of all of your business catering needs. Feed the staff, cater your next event, whatever you need, Mary Ellen's can help. They can even host your events in their brand new event space located right next to the restaurant. Go see for yourself. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake or online at maryellens.com. Let them fix you a plate.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Thanks to the band for playing. You guys can quiet down. We're back here on the Ticket Water Cooler. Great guy on the drums over there. He's really good at that. But we've got some questions for you about whether you're a team player or not.
Well, apparently I'm a terrible person because I'm not a team player. Nick and Austin both schooled me on the reasons why I shouldn't do what I said I was going to do, but I'm still going to do it.
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
If you're going for the cycle, Nick, you're not going to ensure that you can get it?
Because at that moment, I'm not
What if
worried
it's
about
the first
cycle. I want to win the game.
What if it's the first cycle in your team's history?
I still would rather now
You'll be enshrined forever.
If I take us to a World Series, I'm going to be enshrined no matter
This
what.
isn't the final game. This is just a random game in the middle of the season.
Well, I still.
This is the Cubs versus the Mariners.
Doesn't matter.
You're playing for the Cubbies.
Doesn't matter. Nelson Velasquez hits a grand slam, so it doesn't matter.
So you're trusting your teammate. There you go.
No, that's not the case. You don't have to worry about trusting your teammate. The scenario Rico gave was
I gave him two scenarios.
Yeah.
One of them was that your coach is telling you to like go home or stop at third.
Yeah. No, you have an inside the park. You have a chance at an inside the park home run, but you're triple shy from the cycle with 2 outs, and you're down by 1 run.
Yeah, your coach is telling you to go.
Yeah, he's waving you home.
I'm going home. I'm not stopping at third.
I might accidentally trip.
Especially with 2 outs. Like with 2 outs, absolutely not.
Well, that's why it's part of the thing. Because if it's 1 out, then you're fine.
If nobody's out, I'm not going home.
Why?
Because you don't want to make.
Well, your coach is waving you home, so you're not doing it.
The coach.
It is a very strange example.
No. If the coach understands the game, if there's 0 outs and you're down by 1 run in the last inning,
and you have a chance at an inside the parker,
you're staying at third.
But he's bumbling the ball out there. He just can't grab it.
He just kicked it away.
Okay, well, come on. That's the thing.
It's still pretty close, but
no. If
there's even an inkling.
If there's a chance that you're out, you don't send him.
He hasn't picked it up yet. Like he's about to pick it up, and you're rounding third.
How deep are we in outfield? At the fence? Because that'd be the inside the parker.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so if he hasn't picked it up and you're at third base, yeah, I'm sending
it
home.
He's about to pick it up. Kid's got a cannon though.
It's not really a situation that we can set up that makes a whole lot of sense.
Wow, you're the one that added new scenarios.
Well, let's try to win
the realisticness of that. You don't send somebody if there's 0 outs and the guy, let's say the cutoff man has it and he's in shallow right field or shallow left center.
Yeah, you're not going.
You're not going with 0 outs.
Well, yeah, but
that's probably pushing the pace.
But that's simple. Yeah, but that's simple, and that's an easy no. And then you get your cycle. We got to make it a little more complicated.
You're concerned about it. And that goes for if it's a tie game as well. If it's a tie game, nobody out, you're not sending him.
1 out?
I still would not send him.
This is why you lose the game.
Not if it's tied.
I'd send him. That's why we win.
Is there anything? Is the cycle the most impressive thing for a batter to do? I mean, obviously, if you hit like 4 home runs,
is the cycle the most important? I agree with what Austin said during the break. It's flashy. It's the most flashy thing to do.
Yeah.
More bases is better.
Would you rather have an inside the park home run or a cycle?
Cycle, 100%.
Yeah.
Inside the park just shows that you hit it to a good spot in the ballpark and that you're fast.
Yeah.
Would you rather have 2 solo shots or the cycle? I'm trying to think of something that's like, because the cycle is rare, so I'm trying to think of something else that's rare.
Like a 3 home run game, though. That's
I need to address this. Wet Blanket says, Nick, you just argued that being a team player is not following the third base coach's directions if you disagree with him. Wet Blanket, what I said is that the third base coach wouldn't send you if it was less than 2 outs.
But what if he is? That's why I said, what if he is?
He's not going to. If you're in the major leagues, you're
Nick,
not.
This is not your situation. This is my situation.
That's where your situation is messed up.
It's flawed.
It's not flawed.
And yes, you listen to the third base.
Okay, well then, problem solved.
Okay, then he's sending him home, I guess.
Yeah, then he's getting thrown out
because
you're
the
slow.
third base coach is getting fired.
He's not getting fired. If you win the game, he's not getting fired.
Well, that's a very good point.
And if you lose the game, he's also not getting fired. It's one game. It's a meaningless game in the middle of the season. That's what this isn't for the World Series.
But you don't know that. That game could come back and haunt him, and people are going to say, hey, remember back on May 12th?
If that one game comes back to haunt you, then you haven't done your job.
Yeah.
You didn't do your job by sending him home on inside the park. Home run.
Yeah, you did. You're trying to win the game. That's your job. Your job is to win the game.
Dude, Rico.
All right. Well,
I'm surprised that
we
I
have
haven't walked out or sucker punched you.
We have our ifs and buts
So am I.
so far. How about something that we can do? Okay, too. So I saw this Brad Underwood, of course, Illinois' coach, tweeted out a picture of him, Fran McCaffrey, Tom Izzo, and Fred Hoiberg, all in kind of button-up shirts. And he says, best band name wins a signed jersey from yours truly. So first question is, would you expect a Brad Underwood signed jersey to have like saliva or like a bite taken out of it?
Wait, what?
Brad Underwood yells is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. He's
yeah.
a very, very fierce guy. But second of all, what boy band name would you think come up with? Because I was trying during the break to think of one. They're kind of different personalities.
Time out, guys. We have breaking news.
Yep.
Oh, we have breaking news.
Yep. Go ahead.
A little bit of breaking news. I'm sorry. Nebraska basketball is finally active in the transfer portal.
Hooray!
They have landed a commitment from big man. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Tough name.
Rink?
I'm going to go Rink. I'm going to go Rink.
So we're going to say Rink Mast from Bradley. Let's see.
6'10", 240-pound senior from the Netherlands. I think I might have a new favorite player.
Chose Nebraska over Iowa and Cincinnati. He has 2 seasons of eligibility remaining. He said this to On3's Robin Washit, quote, going into the portal, the main thing I wanted to do was play Big Ten basketball.
Ooh.
I think that's a league that really fits my playing style. I've been living in the Midwest for 4 years now, and that's Big Ten country. I wanted to make that step up and get a chance in the Big Ten.
Ooh.
I feel like Nebraska is the right fit for me, where I can still showcase my skills and be a big part of the team. He was in Lincoln last weekend on an official visit that was not public knowledge. He also, take victory in this, Husker fans, he also officially visited Iowa and had some, quote, pretty intense talks with Cincinnati.
Some stats on him. He was a first-team All-Missouri Valley Conference selection last season. Led Bradley with 13.8 points, 8 rebounds a game. But he shot 52% from the field, and something that Husker fans might like, 35% from deep.
Yeah, he's a stretch big.
6'10". He watched a lot of film on Derek Walker. Says he isn't the level of ball handler that Walker is, but again, 52% from the field, 35% from 3.
So
solid addition.
So Justin asks, did you just say that the Huskers landed a dunking Dutchman? I really hope that Rink Mast starts dunking, so we can call him the Dunking
Dutchman.
Yeah.
I'm about to watch his highlight. You know what? Add him to the list.
Wait.
Hey, wait a minute.
Add him to the list.
You don't even know how to pronounce his name.
I don't need to. I just saw him hit a 3-pointer.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
So wait.
nice.
So is he a guy or a dude?
He's got to earn the dude, right?
Nah, man. No, man.
Now the dude list is very, very.
That's my guy.
Like typical.
That's my guy.
Tough to get into.
Yeah, that's my guy.
So
look at that.
You're just doing guy.
That's my guy right now. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
If he hits 2 threes in his first game with Nebraska, he's automatically a dude.
I'm gonna put in parentheses the dunking Dutchman.
The dunking Dutchman.
By the way, solid free throw shooter. That's also important for Nebraska. Around a career, 70-something% here.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching his highlights right now, so if I don't say much, it's because I'm watching him play.
The dunking Dutchman is coming to Nebraska.
Does he dunk?
So far I haven't seen a dunk.
He might not dunk.
So far I have not seen a dunk. He got close on that one. It's just a little finger roll. Oh, here's your bet. Nope. Somebody got right in his face. He's got a nice little hook though. He's got a nice little sky hook going on. It's nice. He's pretty quick with the ball. Not the ball handler, but he's pretty quick once he gets it.
We have gotten confirmation from Mr. Mark Onweiler that it is pronounced Rink.
Perfect. See,
thank you, Mark.
See, we know what we're talking about.
Rink Mast. Bradley transfer averaged close to 14 points per game. With Bradley last year, picks the Huskers over Cincinnati and Iowa. Oak Valley Husker says, take that Iowa, beat them in football, basketball, and stealing transfers. Bingo.
No wet blanket, no high post passing highlights. A lot of threes and some getting the ball in the lane, spinning, finishing. He's finishing with a little sky hook. It's pretty nice.
So here's this. Once again, Mast was a first-team All-Missouri Valley Conference player this past season, averaging 13.8 points, 8 rebounds, and 2.4 assists per game for the Bradley Braves.
He put up 30 against Northern Iowa.
Big fan of this.
And then and Bradley was actually pretty good. They made the NIT. They ended up losing to Wisconsin his last game that he played with the Braves. He scored 14 against Wisconsin, so he's already proven he can score against.
He can play in the Big Ten. Yeah, right. He's ready to go. He can play in the Big Ten.
Look at this picture of him when he was young.
Oh my gosh, Rink.
That looks like a fake picture that you have an AI create. Like, what does someone in the Netherlands look like?
Well, he is a Dutchman. The dunking Dutchman.
The flying Dutchman.
No, it's got to be the dunking.
No, as soon as he catches an oop, he's the flying Dutchman.
I wish he could like pass really well because he could be like the diming Dutchman.
He could be the Dutch flamethrower if he hits a bunch of threes.
There you go.
Yeah,
the Dutch sniper.
Man, I really hope K-State stays.
Think about that. So
we're gonna have such a diverse team with Wilhelm and
Wilhelm's American.
No. I've seen his name.
I'm pretty sure Wilhelm
with a guy named Wilhelm, I guess.
Wilhelm Breidenbach.
Not German. I mean, maybe he is, but
Wilhelm Breidenbach.
Wilhelm is very American and has. I mean, he has no accent, so he might have ancestors in Germany.
He does.
But
still counts.
We unfortunately lose Oleg, the Lithuanian connection.
That one hurts.
Yeah, maybe we can just get.
I think this was a little bit better than.
He ain't 7 feet.
You're anti Oleg?
I'm not anti Oleg. I just feel like
you're pro Rink.
I'm pro Rink. I feel like you might add a little more to the team.
Oleg or Rink?
Listen to the names we're saying.
Koyanets or Mast? Koyanets.
Koyanets is a better name. Yeah.
Rink Koyanets.
That would be perfect.
That's interesting.
A
Lithuanian Dutchman.
A Lithuanian Dutchman who can shoot the three and
is tall.
Just tall.
Yes.
Can't move all that well.
Hey, Rink can move. At least in the sidelights.
Rink can move. The Lithuanian man cannot.
Hey, you leave him alone.
So, all right, breaking news.
Yeah.
Rink is now one of Rico's guys.
Great news, and more importantly, part of Nebraska basketball. All right, let's end the show. Ticket Water Cooler is ending, but happy hour is coming up next. They'll continue this talk on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM.